Bad cough wants to get it paid off. Look out, kid, it's something you did. God knows when, but you're doing it again. You better duck down the alleyway, looking for a new friend, a man in a coonskin cap.
So the 60s were a very exciting time, but people didn't realize that it would have consequences, and here they are. Here are the consequences. You have people in power who are still acting out the 1960s mores, and they don't understand that it never worked and it never will work, and they don't understand what they're even doing to this country, what they're doing to this country. They haven't any idea, most of them. They're not Marxist revolutionaries. Most of them are well-meaning hippies who are deranged from so many years of smoking pot, and that's why I affectionately determine them to be RDDBs, Red Diaper Doper Babies. Red Diaper Doper Babies. They were raised in left-wing homes. That's the Red Diaper Baby. That's a well-known phrase. But I added the other D, which is doper. If you take a Red Diaper Baby and then you add dope for 30 or so years, and what you wind up with is a Red Diaper Doper Baby, with an extremely noxious human being who will gut a nation and not even know they're doing it. Some of them actually do know they're doing it. Very few of them. Most of them think they're doing good. They're doing fine. They're doing well for people. Watch out for the do-gooders, my friends, because as you well know, the road to you nowhere is paved with good intentions. Yes. Why should I be telling you any of this? It's not going to change anything. So let's take the callers on the Savage Nation. Florida, Richard, you're on the Savage Nation topic. Please go ahead.
Good evening. I'd like to talk about Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the president that really had things cooking here in America when we were in the Depression.
Well, we're listening. Go ahead. You made a statement. Is that the whole statement? He had things cooking, and now what?
You're down a little bit so I wouldn't annoy you. I don't think we Americans can export a bridge. We can't export a road, and we can't export a building, and we can't export, our infrastructure, our sewers, our water plants, this, that, and the other. I cannot for the life of me understand why America is not working. I mean, everybody's sitting on their laurels.
You're actually mistaken that we can't export our roads. Do you know that many toll roads have been sold to foreign entities? Do you know that many bridges in this country have been sold to foreign powers? Are you aware of that?
Sure.
If the last I checked, the Indiana toll road was sold to a foreign nation. They are owned by a foreign nation. Many of our ports are owned by foreign nations. They're operated by foreign nations. This last generation of leadership is the most quisling in the history of this country. They should be taken out and tried for treason.
I agree 100%. Franklin Delano Roosevelt is one that I've studied very thoroughly, and that man had a lot going for him. I wish we had somebody like him in office right now.
Okay. I mean, FDR was a little overreach in some areas. He overreached so far that the Supreme Court had to smack him down. He overreached to the extent that he tried to stock the Supreme Court with additional members in order to get his way. Are you aware of any of that?
Of course.
Okay. Well, you see, but they're using FDR as a model, a role model for Obama. That's what the media has been doing for months now. Obama, FDR, FDR, Obama, Obama, FDR. They're trying to tell us that we need another FDR-like social network. Now, in some regard, I agree with it, by the way. Don't assume I'm automatically against it, because I've come up from a poor family, and I know what the WPA did at that time. But remember, here's the differential. While there were government programs for out-of-work men, such as my father when he was young, there was not wide-scale unemployment insurance, and there was not wide-scale welfare for able-bodied bums to sit around and watch Oprah Winfrey. And moreover, there weren't 30 million illegal aliens or 10% of the population of illegal aliens sucking the social system dry. So it's not comparable to FDR's times in so many different ways that a gigantic social program such as the WPA, the CCC camps, of which I'm very familiar because my father's friends worked in them and I heard many stories about them, they may have been great for that time, but what about all the other welfare rackets that are operational in America today? We can't afford them all.